Hi guys, we have a little swimmer now. I am making this video from Ubud, Bali, and I wanted to talk with you about this. I just had a live training on overcoming fear of public speaking, and this topic came up in it. How to get rid of anxiety, not pertaining to public speaking, but just in general, how do you get rid of anxiety? So I wanted to give you two quick, easy, simple, super simple ways that you could stop anxiety while it's happening, ways that I had no idea about when I was suffering from anxiety. So my background is, hey, thanks for the thumbs up, I love it, hi Dad. I didn't have any tools to cope with anxiety before. I say this all the time, but I got sober in 2009. So before that, I had all sorts of anxiety disorders, and I was just silently suffering. So that's the reason why I'm so passionate about teaching you guys about anxiety and teaching you guys about mental health issues and how to, even if you don't have an anxiety disorder, but how to just to be calm in your day-to-day life, because we're humans, right? We all have anxiety on some level. So let's first start off with what is it? What's the deal with anxiety? So fear is a response your body gets to imminent danger. So back in the cave days, right, because we evolved from cavemen and cave ladies, if a saber-toothed tiger came on the scene, we have two thoughts available to us when we get triggered, right? There's no time for rational thinking. So our amygdala decides really quickly, am I eating it or is it eating me? This is, am I gonna fight it or am I gonna run? Fight or flight, which is the stress response too. So this is fear when there's actually danger imminent in the environment. Now anxiety is the same physiological response, but it's a psychological threat, so it's not real, right? Like what if something happens and we start thinking about something in the future, and then we get anxious because of that. So what do? Because what happens is when our amygdala takes over, it's getting super brain sciencey, when the amygdala takes over, we have a flood of chemicals in our system, and that's what is going to energize us to run from that tiger or to fight it. So we get adrenaline and cortisol shot through our system. So let's just say it was a text message. Boom, we have that stuff going into our body. What do? Because now we feel uncomfortable, and what you feel is you feel the chemicals in your system, and we call that anxiety, right? So we want to look at how we can reduce these chemicals being dumped, because once you're triggered, you can reduce the amount of time that you're triggered, and you can reduce the duration of the entire trigger. You can stop the chemicals from flooding through your system. So that's what we want to do, because our cave brains are going to stay, guys. So this is what you do. Number one, Thomas Jefferson said this. It's like super simple, but it's incredibly effective. So when the amygdala takes over and shuts off the rational thinking, so you either run from the tiger or not, we want to turn back on the prefrontal cortex. So we do this by counting. We bring the attention out of the emotional center and bring it into the front of the brain. So we count. So he says, if you're angry, count to 10. If you're really angry, count to 100. And so I invite you the next time that you start feeling anxious, because basically what's happening is you're on a thought spiral, a negative downward spiral. The thinking creates the feelings, which creates more thinking negatively, like about anxiety. Anxious thoughts create the anxious feelings, which create more anxious thoughts and more anxious feelings. So you want to get off of that. And the way to get off of that is to change your brain. So you change it over to the counting. So count to 10. It's super simple, so I invite you not to judge it. I invite you just to try it next time you feel anxious. Just start counting, because now your brain, your mind's somewhere else. So you actually have a chance to escape from the dumping more of those chemicals into your system. Hey, Rama. The other super simple way is basically, so when we get triggered into fight or flight, that is our sympathetic nervous system going off. So quick biology here. We have our parasympathetic, we have our autonomic nervous system has two branches, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. So the sympathetic is the anxious feelings, right? That's the fight or flight, that's the chemicals being released, that's preparing you to eat the tiger, to fight it, or to run from it. So you want to turn on the parasympathetic nervous system, and the way that we do that is by focusing on our breath. So let's do that right now. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Bring your attention to the air as it comes in and out of your nose. Now breathe in through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Let's do one more. Let's take an inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. So you've just turned on your parasympathetic nervous system, and the way that you know this works is you probably felt calmer. Like if you actually brought your attention to your breath, what you've done is you've taken your attention off of any anxious thoughts or anxious feelings, and you turned on your parasympathetic nervous system, which calms you down. And so I am super excited to share this with you, because like I said, I just did that training about 2 hours ago for how to overcome fear of public speaking. And that was what we talked about towards the end, was like the fear stuff. I mean, like what's the practical way to deal with anxiety, knowing that we're all gonna have anxiety, probably every day there's going to be a little bit of anxiety. So what do you do with it? How do you take care of yourself? How do you stay calm, cool, and collected and still go on with whatever your heart wants to do? Like, you want to live this like dream life, or you want to be courageous. Courage is fear. They're the same feeling in the body, but courage is taking action. It's taking action in the direction that you want. Fear is like keeps us small, and courage opens us up. So if you use those tricks, the counting and the breathing, you're turning on, right? So again, recap, you're turning on your parasympathetic nervous system, calming you down, and you're turning on your prefrontal cortex, taking you out of the amygdala. And it's so crazily beautiful here. I was so calm, and I was so, right, Naomi? Loving the colors. I was sitting here super peaceful meditating, and I was like, I kind of want to make a video, but I'm so peaceful. Why don't I teach other people how to be peaceful? You know, because you're probably not in a place like this, and what if you're feeling stressed out right now or anxious? Like, how can you calm down? That was really important for me to learn, is how can I calm down? So if you do happen to have curiosities, or you want to learn more about public speaking, the course that I recorded earlier today, I came here to work. Here's my laptop, but the Wi-Fi isn't quite amazing. The 3G on my phone is, but on my laptop, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the video uploaded for a couple more hours, but the course is going to be available to watch the replay of it. So if you guys want to learn how to overcome your fear of public speaking, specific tools besides fear for how to speak and how to be a better speaker and tap into your message, it's at richerexperiences.com/MIC, mic check, baby. So I'll put the link below this video too. We had such a good time, and it was so much fun, and I had a blast filming it and a blast talking with you guys and creating everything. So you didn't miss out if you couldn't join me live. It's going to be all packaged up, the video and the audios, and tomorrow I'll be able to email that out to everybody who still wants it. So I'm obviously really passionate about teaching people how to overcome fear, because back in the day, you know, I mean, I was agoraphobic. I was afraid to leave the house. And I didn't know how to get out of that. You know, I didn't know that there was a way out. I just felt like I was just fucked for life, and, you know, hopeless. And it's just not the reality anymore. It's not the truth. It's totally not my experience of life, obviously, right? But I want you to, oh, what's this place? This is Junglefish. But I want you guys to know that if you're feeling anxious, and I know a lot of you guys watch my videos and don't tell me, because I see how many people watch them, but if you're watching them because you have anxiety and you want to know how to get through it, you can definitely send me a private message. You can send me a message regardless. But it's just really important to me to, you know, there's nothing wrong with being anxious. There's nothing wrong with you if you feel uncomfortable in your body. Like, humans have emotions. You know, I don't take my anxious past and my old anxiety disorders personally, because I'm a human and I have feelings. Like, how could I take that personally? I'm a human. You're a human. So anything that you're feeling is totally normal. Whatever you're feeling, that's a normal human experience. What's abnormal is what we get conditioned to, which is we're only supposed to feel a certain way, or emote certain things, or shut off how we feel, do things to compulsively not feel, whether it's drinking or whatever it is, you know, whatever works. So, yeah, good news. There is a solution to anxiety, and that's 2 quick tips that you can do: the breathing, the deep breaths, deep mindful breaths, and the counting. Hope you're having a beautiful day. All right, bye guys.